whatever.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to this year's Souls Charity Marathon. If I sound a little bit different, it's because I'm your new host, Counter Kitty, but you can call me KK. Coming up right now, we have Eternal Ring, any percent win rate. Do you want to introduce yourself, Lopez?
Hey everybody, I'm LobosJr. I've done a whole bunch of Soul stuff in the past, and now, well, I've been doing this for a while too, but this is Eternal Ring, which is from Software, so if you want to kind of see where Souls games sort of originated, then this is it. Yeah, but I'm ready to go whenever y'all are ready. And we can go ahead and start the timer in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Good luck.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So there's most of the cutscenes in this game are unskippable. I think they all are. But that's a blessing in a way because we get to see some peak cinema as we're introduced to the world of Eternal Ring. The basis of the game is there are rings that you can find and then gems that you can find, and you combine them in various different ways to craft rings that can cast spells or they can have passive effects. And what I did I think I routed this maybe 5 or 6 years ago. Really nobody had run it, and so it was a lot of fun to just kind of break into it and see what was possible. And we figured out that the crafting a bunch of wind spells was ultimately the fastest route, because if you have a ring that is wind attribute, then you'll get wind bonus damage, and so the more wind spells that you use, the more wind damage you're doing, and overall that works for every element. So the goal of this game is to deliver a ladder. That's not true, but this cutscene's very memey, so we always like to say this. Okay, listen to this pinnacle of voice acting here.
If you're gonna deliver that ladder, you'd be a lot better off doing it before nightfall. You bet I will. We fishermen usually steer clear of this island. Gotta be hard working for
Quiet. Oh, I'll do my best.
Best of luck to you. Hey, be careful out there.
Yeah, that's I don't know, that was probably somebody in the studio that they just got to like, hey, get over your voice's character. Okay, let's go. All right, but anyways, we're about to get going here. Unfortunately, the fisherman is going to meet his demise at the hand or wing of some dragon, and that is our ominous introduction to the lore, which is so deep and so, well, I'll kind of talk about what's going on. For the most part, the run is pretty straightforward. We're just going to be building our character, running through the area, collecting items. However, there are quite a few out-of-bounds tricks, and I'll talk about those as we get there. All the out-of-bounds, I believe I found myself, along with the help of community and another person who was a runner. So the first thing we're doing is grabbing a ring of magic, and this is one component of crafting a magic ring that will give us a spell that we'll use for the run. We start with a sword, and right at the beginning I need to pick up a couple of gems here, and we're gonna craft them later. This is actually a part where technically it's very rare, but we could get such bad RNG that we have to add like a lot of extra time onto the run, but it looks like we're having some good RNG so far. I need 2 earth gems and then now a wind gem. Oh, that was the best RNG right there. Double dropped a wind and a fire, or 2 wind. And I know this makes no sense. I'll take a safety heal, why not? But essentially, we have arrived on this island. I believe it's called the Island of No Return, to kind of see what's going on. And as we arrive here, there is an outpost of soldiers, and I come to ask questions and say, hey, what's going on? And they're like, well, you're not a soldier, you can't have a weapon. You gotta like go through the proper channels. So we gotta talk to this guy, and then we're gonna enter our first dungeon, And you're barely going to see any of that dungeon because we're going to out-of-bounds skip most of it. This guy looks like a salt pepper shaker, and that's, I mean, a salt and pepper shaker.
This means we'll need the captain's approval. But I guess we just can't send you back.
That's oddly astute.
Okay.
Is now a good time for a donation?
Sure, go for it.
Cool. We have $25 from Dank Jojo. He says, "Thank you for hosting this charity. Also prepare to be amazed by the original ER."
This is a weapon request form.
The original ER. Yeah, and the true ER, honestly. We joke somewhat, well, it's half a joke, I guess. We say this is a prequel to Elden Ring. Both Ring games from Software are named after rings, but there isn't actually like a ring as you think. Sorry if that's spoilers, but there is no eternal ring that you acquire in the game. It is more of a metaphor of some sort, just like the Elden Ring is, well, you know, that whole thing. Anyways, we're now entering our first dungeon here. This is technically like a water dungeon, and I haven't done this dungeon casually in like 5 years probably since I started speedrunning it, but you drain water and then that grants you access to a lower part of the dungeon, and then you fight a boss. But instead of doing that, we are just gonna clip out of bounds, and then the game doesn't really have kill volumes under the water, so we can just run around down there. And we're gonna do our first clip coming up here. We use the little Sahagian lizard guys, and this is the classic PS2 launch title. And back in the day, the early days of 3D, there were a plethora of ways to have an enemy push you out of bounds or that sort of thing. So I figured out some strats here. What I'm trying to do here is trying to get him to jump. And when he jumps to your position. So the further away you can get, the better. I'm just going to set him up here on these stairs. 1, 2, and 3. Okay. And then we're going to drop down onto him, and hopefully... There we go. Now we're out of bounds. Luckily, the game just lets you kind of walk at that height for whatever reason. And we have this helpful little tool in the top left. It looks like an olive or something, but it's a compass, and we can use that to tell what direction we're going. And there are a lot of times that we're going to be out of bounds but can't see anything at all. So it's extremely fortunate that we have that to utilize this. So for whatever reason, there is a lack of collision above chests, so we can use those to... Hold on. I got to think about what I'm doing here. Okay, cool. All right. We can use those to fall down and reach lower levels, which we need to. Okay, you can't see it yet, but we're underwater right now, according to the game. I've equipped the Fireball ring, which is just a ring you find. You don't have to craft it. And I acquired some magic stones, which restore our mana. And we do not have a physical weapon right now, because the salt shaker at the beginning took it from us. This is a good time to point out that the soundtrack in this game is actually super banging. So take a listen on some of these fights. There's some real eclectic stuff too, but I really dig some battle themes and some area themes in this game. So this will be the first boss. I'm sure there's names for these things, but I have no idea. Sahagin King, we'll call him that. If you've seen a Kingsfield game or something similar, the combat's pretty much, you know, spin around the enemy and hit the enemy. Which, honestly, that's what Souls combat is, too. So, circle around, hit him in the butt. You know, don't be in front of the enemy. Oh, okay. So now I'm just going to get in front of him and space his melees, force him to do melee attacks, because he's got some other attacks that are annoying to deal with. And we're just going to spam fireballs. You might see the bar that's charging up. And that is... Oh, one more hit. There you go. That is our cooldown for our spells. So we can only cast spells so often. There's no stamina for melee, and we'll use a lot of melee on this run as well. But we kill the boss, and now we're going to acquire this water key, But first, we have to talk to our very, very slow-talking friend, this water dragon, and we're going to start to learn what's happening on this island, sort of. We're not going to see a lot of lore, but essentially, there were some mages that were performing some experiments trying to create a god, maybe. And things went wrong, and now they've all been turning into dragons, and this is the last one that can speak to us. Our protagonist is always so interested in everything that's happening. Again, unskippable cutscenes, so I usually just fall asleep on stream until this is done. It's about a 2-minute cutscene.
Oh no, say now's a good time for a donation?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Sick. We have $25 from Just an Endless Void. He says, for the kiddos, let's go Libby.
Thank you.
Also, the strange, like, watery holographic effect on this guy is sick as.
It's super cool. And this was a launch PS2 title, so, you know, you might have gotten it right when it came out, and I bet you that was mind-blowing or something. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. I actually wasn't a PlayStation kid, so I didn't have a PlayStation until Guitar Hero 2 came out, I think. That's when I got my PlayStation.
Did you have the Xbox instead, or?
No, I got a PlayStation 2 specifically for Guitar Hero, and I was like, I need this. Yeah, so it was late. It was late, but yeah. Okay, he's done talking. Good. For the completion of this run, we need 4 keys: earth, water, wind, fire. And those will grant us access to the final area. And luckily, we've just grabbed the first one. The last ones we need to pick up won't be available for quite some time, but they all kind of just pile into our hands at the end. So now we're going to head back out of this water temple, right, which should be drained. That's why there's like a little bit of water here. But you'll see in a sec as we transition to the next area, the water's still there. It's just not going to drown us. And we're going to head back to that first town with Salt Shaker Man. And we'll find out that something has happened in the town. But in order to quickly get out of here, we are going to do exactly what we did with the out of bounds clip earlier in order to reach the exit. Now, there's not a whole lot of clipping in the game, but, well, okay, there's a fair amount of clipping. Just because some areas are absolutely slogs without doing that. I like playing the game, not just skipping all of it, but, you know, where there's time saves, there's time saves. One cool thing I figured out while doing this is you can manipulate the movement of the enemies based on, like, say how I'm looking. If I'm looking to his right, he moves to his right, and that sort of thing. So it helped a lot with getting these guys positioned and where we want them. Third step. There we go. All right. Hopefully a smooth clip. Nope. He jumped back. He's supposed to jump back, but differently. Okay. 2 steps. 3 steps. Okay, there we go. Now we're out, and we're taking pretty much the same route we did before, except we're not going to drop down. Instead, we're just going to walk to where the game trigger box for enter this zone is. So we'll do that a couple of times. You can't see any of the walls from the outside, so we'll just walk in this black screen for a few more seconds. And there we go. So now we've transitioned. We took the same entrance that we took to get in here, but we took it out. And now we see what has happened in the town. Excuse me, my goodness. There are dangerous things afoot. Everyone we met is dead. Well, just about. Well, I guess we only met that guy and the door guard, so. But what has happened? The cutscenes really are gems of this run, so anytime we hit a cutscene, you can, as a speedrunner, you're kind of like, ugh, now we got to watch this, but my raspberry sauce.
Yeah, I've got a donation to read, but I don't want to like ruin the vibe, you know?
We're almost done with the cutscene, but there's some important lines here.
Okay.
That our winged man is going to say, and then you're free to read.
You little rats of the elders. Is that the best you can do? The eternal ring is mine! Mine! Mine!
Perfect. Okay, you're free to read now.
That's incredible. We have a kind of bonkers one from Akatolkes with no comment. We have $500.
Whoa!
Yeah.
No
thank you so
comment. What?
much.
Oh my
No
gosh!
comment.
Thank you. Holy cow! Akatulka's coming in with the dono. We're picking up a sword here. Thank you. Gracious. Boom. All right, so now we have a sword. I'm going to equip that sword. The way that this game works, your defense is equal to your offense, at least physical offense. So as we get better swords throughout the game, that also means that we get more defense, and that is nice. We're going to have to fight a boss here. It is a little wolf man, and then we will get to our first spell crafting, ring crafting session, and I will attempt to explain how it works. But it's a very cool game. If you like what you see, especially after the spell crafting, highly recommend that you check out Eternal Ring. It's, if nothing else, for the memes. Whoops. Okay. He's very jumpy. Don't stab me. Okay. Excellent. I guess this Wolfman is, I don't really know. He's somehow, I guess, a changed human as well, I'm guessing, maybe, and he has the same instincts as our winged boy. So the winged guy that came in and slapped one of the villagers is actually the captain of this platoon that's out here, and he's kind of been corrupted searching for the eternal ring, and now he's also, I think he's on his way to turning into a dragon, is the idea. As the best of the NPCs are. So we may see him again. He didn't fly off just to go home or whatever. So we're gonna use our water key here. The doors like this require those special keys. And then we enter I don't know what this place is, but it's a special place where we can actually do some ring crafting with the help of our friend. I'm gonna call him Diego. I don't know why, but that's his name now. Hello. I wish I could let you hear all of the wonderful things he has to say, but I can skip his lines. So, okay, what you're about to see. To craft a ring, you need a magic ring, and then you need up to 6 gems. 3 slots on the left, 3 slots on the right. The left slots will determine the element of the gem, and the right slots will determine whether it is a passive or an active gem. Right now, I'm going to create an attack gem, green, red. And each gem also has a power level, like a level of gem, and all of the gems combined, all of their levels combined, will determine the tier of spell that you are crafting. So, if I put green on left and red on right, in this case, I use the minimum amount, so we get the absolute weakest wind attack, and that is Wind Cutter. If I were to put like a bunch of levels of green on the left and a bunch of levels of red on the right, well, then we get a stronger attack wind ability, which we will. We will. With our brown and brown gem, we have crafted Earth Heal. So now we have a wind attack ability, and I'm going to equip our earth heal, which I can use immediately to heal up. Whoop. As such. And so I believe one of the weapons we pick up later also gives us more wind element power attribute. And so everything is just kind of building towards us having a bunch of wind for damage. Now we're just running through an area. In this area, we're going to pick up a magic ring so we can craft another spell. And we're going to pick up a couple of gems as well that we're going to need. And again, just this song's pretty decent. The music's in general pretty good. The next area, however, has the ultimate banger that is named Noah, and I don't know why it's called Noah, but we'll have some quiet time to listen to that for sure. I got that magic ring, and now we're gonna kill this orc who will drop us a flame gem. There are varying amounts of guaranteed drops or random drops. This guy is always a flame gem, and it can depend on the spawn of the enemy as well. Please don't drop this into the... Okay, all right. Okay, winged gem, excellent. So I got flame gem and winged gem. As you can see, again, we went with red and green. If you put red on the right-hand side of the craft, that, along with some other colors, means that you're going for an attack gem, like an active ability. However, you do something like blue, water, or earth, then you will get a passive ability. We don't craft any passive rings in this game. We do pick up some, and we will use some, but we don't craft any. Now we enter, of course, it's From Software. There's no From Software game without a poison swamp cave place. So this is the song Noah, which has, it has really two parts to the song. Suspenseful buildup and just the happiest slap tune you ever heard. And I'm so excited for you all to hear it. But now we have to monitor our health because we got poisoned, and there's some sort of RNG behind the poison that makes it really weird. You never know exactly how long you're going to be poisoned or when exactly you're going to get poisoned. So these little green hoops that I'm throwing out are wind cutter. And here is the happy slap jams. Enjoy. Gotta not die from the poison. We always say Pepe Jammers in the chat, just because it fits with the music. Isn't that guitar, the counter rhythm? It's so good. And we're picking up a lot of magic stones here, and then we're also going to pick up a big green gem, cloudy gem. This is a, I don't know, bull, giraffe, who knows. Some flame gems, magic stone, and then back to kind of more ominous music. I don't know. Solid track. We'll hear it one more time before the run's over. Kill another one of these. And of course, everything we kill does give us experience. When we level up, we gain max HP and max MP. And so we try and kill what we can along the way, and of course, what we need for item drops. I should also mention that the way that I'm playing this, I'm playing it on a PS5, and it's technically like a PS4 PlayStation Network title. They released it on PSN. Unfortunately, not in EU, but NA it is available. And so that's why you get these beautiful 60 frames on a PS2 launch title like this. Emulated, it would be good too, but if you play original PS2, my goodness, especially that room we just passed through, you get about 6 FPS unless you look at the ground. So I'm not too competitive with the running of this game, so I just kind of do whatever's most fun or comfortable, and I like the smooth run of it. It's also just more convenient to run on my PlayStation 5 than hooking up my PS2 whenever I want to play.
Let me know when there's some room for a couple of donations.
Go for it. I'm just running through here and collecting some items, so you're free to go.
Sick. We've got quite a few donations coming through. Obviously, I can't read them all at once. So thank you so much, everyone. Starting off, we have Destain33, who donated 30 bucks and said, "This money is for the swear jar. Thanks for having us and good luck to all the runners." Thank you so much, Destain, but if that was for the swear jar, you owe us like another couple $100.
Oh.
And we also have, from Anonymous, we have $222. He says, "If it wasn't for Lobos, I would never have found such a great community in SoulsSpeedruns. Thank you for being a great ambassador for Souls games and all the people you've helped over the years."
My gosh.
So thank you so much. We have passed 3K and we're also we're on the way to 4K now, so.
That's amazing. Thank you all. Y'all are gonna make me feel feelings and stuff. Anyways, yeah, it was perfect timing because this is just a cave area that is very labyrinthian, and somehow, man, I feel like every time I enter some of these areas, it all looks the same, and I hope and pray that my brain just remembers where to go. And luckily it did. We're picking up a magic ring here for even more spell crafting. That's the last one we're gonna do. And we're almost through this area, and then we do another out of bounds clip, which luckily it skips this area that is otherwise very long. There's a huge vertical room with a bunch of, hi NPC, bye, with a bunch of moving platforms that you would have to like send and go back and forth, and oh boy, it's a bit to get through. So we're gonna use our friends, the rats. And once again, I did figure out kind of how their AI works. It's really interesting. The direction that they run when they're not aggroed to you is based off of your facing. So as I'm moving and facing like this, I can actually control them. And I'm gonna have them hopefully push me out of bounds. And if they didn't, that's okay. I can try again in this corner. Push me? No. Worst case if they, okay, so they grouped up, so I have a backup for this. Ideally we would have gotten the clip with that, and it's a bit faster, but now I'm gonna wait for the timing of this platform, and I'm gonna shoot them, and then we're gonna use their aggroed state to perform a drop if I can reach them from here. Hopefully I can. I just need to hit you, buddy. Buddy? Okay, there we go, let's see. Okay, got it, and we just need to listen for them to go, and then that's my cue for dropping down on top of them. And yeah, we did a lot of experimentation with the rats. They get in really weird states where they stack on top of each other, and that's kind of how you get pushed out of bounds. And again, I just used the compass there to aim where I was going and get us out of bounds. A bit slower of a clip, but that's okay, it's still in pretty good shape. Now we need to craft a new spell. The spell is Tornado. So let's open up that build menu. Ring of Magic, we're gonna put Cloudy, Winged, right? Because we want a wind spell. And then we're putting Fire, that means we're gonna get an attack or an active spell out of this instead of passive. And with the total levels of the gems combined, there's like a range. And if you don't have necessarily, there are points where you could have just barely enough levels of the gems that you may have a 50-50 chance of crafting like the tier below or the tier above. And that is actually going to be there's a big RNG section that comes up that it's possible we don't get enough gems and we have to rely on RNG. Worst case, I do have backup saves, so we can just save as if we did get the RNG we need, but it can be a little frustrating if you're trying to set times. Overall, the RNG isn't too bad, but something to worry about if you ever wanted to speedrun this. And I would say that the run is not very difficult. The clips are fun to do, and I just love playing through games that I enjoy. Hold on, this guy dies funny. Yeah, we'll kill a few more of those as we go. But overall, the run isn't too difficult. The clips are fun to do. I'm spinning around in circles intentionally, by the way. I want to make sure the rats do not leave that room. And again, my facing determines which direction the rats go. One more taste of Noah. There you go. Pepe Jammers in the chat. We're gonna hit the switch. We're doing all sorts of crazy lava mechanism things. And this is actually going to, you can see in the cutscene, unleash this lava flow, which has, ooh, a sparkly red thing. What could that be? Let's go retrieve it, and we will get our second elemental key in order to reach the final area. Now, there is a boss. Actually, it is a refight, or no, it is an initial fight with the winged captain that we found at the beginning that we saw, you know, the eternal ring is mine, mine, mine. And we're gonna try and do a rat skip here again. There we go, that's a nice clip. But unfortunately, for him and for our experience, I guess, we have to skip him because it's faster. But if you want to play this casually, well, you can go fight him yourself and see all about it. We get our first attribute ring, Clarity. This just makes our spells cheaper to cast. Cheaper to cast. Yes, that sounded wrong coming out, but it was right. And cheaper spells is good. Now, this is the part where RNG is at play here. I need a total of ideally 3 green gems and 2 red gems off of these enemy types. So we're gonna kill him, okay? And he can drop, well, nothing like he just dropped. He could drop 1 green, he could drop 1 red, or he could drop both, green and red. And we only get a handful of these enemies to kill before... Okay, so there's a green and red. That is good. I need 1 more red, and I need 2 more greens. And I need to remember this, just so I have an idea. So this tornado ability, he's also using tornado on us. But our tornado can damage us as well, and it kills us very quickly. Okay, so we're done with reds. I need 2 green gems. I'm gonna refill mana. You shoot these little dots to open the door. It's kind of fun. Here's a guy. I'm waiting for my spell to recharge. Oh, that was good positioning. He is dead. I'm just gonna try and open that door. Okay, he dropped another green. All we need is 1 more green, and then we've got everything we need as far as RNG drops go. We are gonna get a guaranteed drop from an enemy coming up that is kind of scary. Let's see, where's the next door? Oh, it's gonna be right here, and I think... Nope, I missed. While my tornado charges, I run down here and grab a magic crystal. Which is, it's like, not full mana, but it's better than magic stone. All right, so here we go. And this guy can one-shot us. Oh, God. Oh, okay, we're good. He's dead. It's fine. Guaranteed fire dragon gem. The dragon gems, I believe, are the highest level of gem. So that helps us add power to whatever we cast next. Okay, him walking forward is good. Can we get 1 more green gem? Otherwise, we're relying on RNG. Okay, we're relying on RNG. All right, so there is a small chance here that when I go to craft, we do not get the correct ring, and I'll have to reload. But, you know, we'll just prage, and reloading doesn't really, you know, we lose, what? I don't know, 20 seconds. And we move on. We're talking to this man. I don't know who he is, but his voice recording is very crispy.
I am the great king of...
very crispy. I think we're asking him questions. And if you remember, the blue dragon at the beginning said, find Lila. Oh. More lines getting cut off. And now we see one of the other dragons that was once a mage who vied for power and all this, but became corrupted and now has turned into a dragon. Oh, snap. And I like to think that this is the first ever demonstration of a Dark Souls roll. Here he goes. Whoop! The character rolls out the way. That's probably where From Software came up with Dark Souls rolls. So, thanks, Eternal Ring. A voice. Who could that be? Boy. There's kind of a scary part right here where the fire, yeah. But I don't think it actually can hurt you there. I could be wrong.
Have we got time for a couple donations?
Let's go for it.
Okay, we have $25 from Bufidius. He says, chicken go cluck cluck, cow go moo, piggy go oink oink, how about you? Good luck on the run for the kiddos. And we also have $50 from Anonymous. So thank you so much. And how about you, Lobos?
How about me? I go Pepe Jammers in the chat. That's what I do. Thank you all so much for the donos. So we've met Lila. The dragon is apparently Lila's dad. She is a magician lady, and she's provided us this protective shield. She's gonna take care of this, though. Please calm down. Uh-huh. Let's see, did it work? I don't think it worked. All right. Luckily, we have this protective capsule to save us as we fall down. And wait, this isn't me. The cutscene's like, oh, that's where we came from. Cool. And now we're going to try and do our RNG craft. We're going to need to prage and hope that we get the spell Vortex, which will be the last spell that we craft for this run. And it's quite powerful. It's low cooldown. But we need Diego to do us a solid. Come on, Diego. He's going to pass down the knowledge of the ancients. All right, let's see. Ring of Magic, Tornado. Tornado. We didn't get another tornado. That would have been ideal. So now we have a chance that we're going to get something else. I think it's Bomber is what we don't want. I can tell just by what the ring looks like once it crafts. Diego. It's been a long time since... Bomber! Okay, so we have to load. So anyways, that is not what we want, and that is okay. So we are going to load Magic Laboratory, which is where we are. There's a save spot here, so. Praise backup saves. And I still don't think we have it crafted, so now we're gonna do the craft. We're gonna make Diego give us the ring that we want. All I'm toggling in the options there is that the UI stays there permanently. That's important for a skip that I use later. We're going to use the UI to line up our positioning for an out of bounds. Invalid world record, yeah. It is a shame. Oh my gosh, I have so many extra rings on this. So there I had the extra tornado gem. If you get the 3 greens and the 2 reds, then you've guaranteed get Vortex, but alas. We're not going to use Vortex on the next boss, though. The next boss is a giant cockatrice. So we're going to use Tornado, because that just sits on top of him. Sits on that big cockatrice and just keeps dealing damage, so We like that.
Because of that, Lobos, we're gonna have to meet you for the rest of the run. I'm sorry.
Wait, but it's a cockatrice. That's what it's called. Okay, tornado. Yep. I would not tell a lie. I tell no lies. It also shoots rainbows, as cockatrices do, I guess. Oh, it also has eyes on its chest, yeah. It will actually one-shot us if I get hit. Oh, well, kind of. Hold on, don't hit me, please. Oh, okay. But we stun lock it, luckily. Okay. Excellent. And it's dead. Now you can see the power of Vortex. It pierces enemies, is very fast, and does a lot of damage. Like that. And boom. We kill for XP and also drops magic crystal to restore mana. And now we're gonna get a new weapon, which will, like I said earlier, improve our wind attribute and improves our overall damage. These little doggos are cute, but they are also XP, so I'm sorry, doggos. Very quick to dispatch along the way as well. Another run, oh my good. Oh, I have 1 health. Not even close. Scripted. Not even close. But that's fine, because we have a heal spell. I just wanted to show you how dangerous this run is. There's a lot of spots that you can absolutely just end the run instantly. The game only saves where you manually save. There are many spots that are treacherous and you could just fall to your death and, reset the run. Here's an interesting spot. We are in the bottom of a library and there are elemental gargoyles. If you use the same element as the gargoyle's type, it will immediately kill it and you don't have to fight it. However, if you don't have that, then it will start flying and it'll throw projectiles. But luckily our tornado will hit it twice, well, multiple times, and kill it before it can do anything. So we will spawn tornadoes on it and just get some XP. We do have to make sure we dodge some projectiles from them as well. If you guys have ever played Dark Souls, we just got a Ring of Sacrifice. This might be the first instance of a Ring of Sacrifice in a FromSoft game. I'm not 100% sure. I have played the Kingsfield games. I just don't remember because my brain's cooked. So we're hitting these switches in this library. There's always big libraries, right? And these will allow for us to take an elevator down to the next area. If anybody is ever interested in speedrunning Eternal Ring, we do have a Discord. You can find information on speedrun.com and find the Discord link as well. And we would love any sort of assistance on finding new skips, new tech maybe, to speed up the run, because as it stands, the world record, I actually don't hold the world record. It is just under an hour and 2 minutes. It's like an hour 150 or something like that. And I would love to see it get sub 1 hour. I think that could be really cool. One half of this area done. If you've got donations, feel free to read them. Otherwise, I can keep rambling because that's my specialty.
Oh, we've got a couple.
Oh, go for it.
From Bioshocker, we have $10. He says, thanks for rigging the giveaway so I could get a cool hoodie. And we also have $5 from Mash. He says, peak from software. Game of the year, the only ER game that actually matters because you can wear 10. Yes, 10 rings. Good luck on the run, Lobos. Let's hope the rats play nicely and we're gonna play Wheel of Fortune here. There's a word that's 4 letters and begins with C.
Ah, yes.
And the K goes well.
The card.
Ah.
Yeah, something like that. Thank you for those donations, guys. It went well. I almost died to it, but we didn't. In the other area, there were these fairies, and you can kill the fairies, but I think they are they're resistant to wind damage or they're just not worth it. These guys, however, will fling spells, and I'm almost certain to be hit by one right. Nope, I dodged it. Okay, right now. And they do work towards a level up for us, which again is max HP, max MP. Now we have hit the second switch, and we return, and we are going to take an elevator down. Now, I'll show you, because one reason I brought up, you know, other people joining and maybe wanting to run this sort of game. Oh, hello, sorry. This whole area I've been doing takes about, I don't know, 4 minutes from start to end. And the path that we need to take is right at the start. It's just an elevator that we need to activate. So if we could find any sort of way to survive or bypass the death zone from falling, that would be an easy, big save. There's also some cutscenes that aren't necessarily worth talking about. Like one that's coming up that's about a 2.5, 3 minute cutscene with that blue dragon from before. Boy, would I love to skip that, but it's hey, what's up, Mash? Yeah, the Dark Flash route. I do really want to incorporate some that new spell into the run and see how that could work. I wanted to keep it consistent until this event run, though. But in any case, I feel like there is a load of stuff that you could experiment with and play around with this game more, and possibly even find new builds to do speedruns with. I do plan to do a 100% run of this game soon to kind of revisit, experience all the rest of the game that I don't touch at all, and also look for maybe some new ideas for the speedrun, whether that be builds. And there is a sword in this game that is sort of like the Moonlight Greatsword. It's called the Eternal Sword. And you can get a ring where your Eternal Sword will hit or attack 4 times when you hit the attack button instead of just one like this. And that's a really powerful build and really fun. So I would love to do some sort of speedrun with that, but yeah, that's kind of what I plan to research.
You're safe.
Here we
I'm
meet
so glad
Lila
you're
again. She's all alone here.
I'm all alone.
She's telling me this. She's talking about a long story that she wants to tell us. And I didn't know for the longest time, but you can just try to leave twice and then she just won't tell you the long story. So
Oh.
Unfortunately, we don't get much
You stay right
Lila
here, okay?
dialogue. At least face to face. We do get a pretty quality cutscene near the end with a lot of Lila. So she leaves, we follow. In the library, I picked up 2 rings, a ring of sacrifice, which if we take fatal damage, it sets our health and mana to maximum, and I equipped that. And we also have a ring called Power of Seek, which will lightly home some of our attacks, just to make it easier to hit enemies, of course. So now, as we walk up here, we're gonna hit a cutscene. It's about 3 minutes long. Feel free to take a stretch break. Again, this is usually my pee split, where I walk off and go to the bathroom and take a stretch, and then we continue the game. But there's only, I think, 3 areas left in the game, so we're getting close to the wire, if you want to say that. You may recognize this slow-talking water dragon from the beginning. We're gonna learn a bit of lore from him and a secret about who we are.
Wait, did they remove like the water effect?
You know, it does seem like it's gone. Yeah, he's not as sparkly. I wonder if it's to save on performance or something. I don't know. Interesting. I never noticed that before.
I'm using the last of my magic so that you may hear me. My human side is rapidly deteriorating. I can hardly speak now. I'm the leader of the soldiers. Azabar Dueling. I am the last last dragon
So sad.
with a human consciousness. Even the great magician.
Okay, so keep this in mind. Great magician Gil Gray, that's Lila's dad, who is now the big fiery dragon that knocked us into a pit. Yeah, remember that.
Consciousness.
He'll be on the test.
Now Lila is the last of the Socials. I will soon forget everything, leaving her behind. The eternal ring that we destroyed cannot be repaired completely. And its
The eternal ring is mentioned.
power.
After all this time, this is probably about, I don't know, 12, 15 hours into the playthrough.
Each time Solus tries to get out,
Nice to know that From
the
stuff
entire
never
island
changed.
shakes, and
Yeah.
it's getting worse.
So I guess I'll talk about the Eternal Ring. Essentially, these mages tried to create a god or something similar, and the result is this peanut-shaped baby who has no empathy, no emotions, no feelings, and so it was just kind of out of control, and they needed to seal it away and, you know, imprison it, essentially. And so the Eternal Ring is actually the name for the prison that our peanut baby is in. And we will see all of this.
Please, save her from the evil curses that bind her. The younger you that I once
Okay, here we go.
had, a kind heart,
Here comes the drop.
confident that you will achieve great success. For
You will achieve great
Gray,
success.
our first child of the great magician.
Child of the Great Magician, and then he just leaves. He drops Mike. He says, "You're the child of the Great Magician Gil Gray, who is now a fire dragon," which means that Lila's our sister or something. Stepsister, maybe? I don't know. Who knows? And so the Lila we've been looking for has been our sister all along. Narrative masterpiece. Here we are, now we're in this wind tower, and we are going to head to the very tippy top in order to fight a wind dragon who is holding the third of the elemental keys, the wind key. Impressive. And this is a spot where in the run, there could be some alternate spells to craft. As I was kind of mentioning before, there is a dark spell. So there's also dark gems and light gems in addition to the fire, wind, water, earth. And they are some of the more powerful spells in the game, but those gems aren't available until much later. For example, right now I could get I think a light gem right there, or a dark gem, I can't remember. So there could be a little bit of reworking and strategizing for speeding up the route if you're into that sort of thing. Look, I know I sound desperate, okay, but just I want to get this run to sub-hour, and this is my baby. This is my speedrunning baby. For whatever reason, after playing this game and realizing there wasn't really a speedrun route for it, I just really wanted to craft one, and so I've been running this for the past 5 or 6 years on and off, and it's a great time. It's a great time. And again, just the cutscenes, especially as we get near the end of the game here, the cutscenes start to get very unhinged and strange and fun.
Is now a good time for... I have a request for you.
Okay.
Can you do a good impression of that dragon that was talking to you?
Sure. What would you like me to say?
We have a donation from Slow Talking Water Dragon for $25. Thank you so much. And they say, donate Souls Charity Marathon. Can you do that?
What is it? Donate Souls Charity Marathon?
Yes.
Okay. Donate Souls Charity Marathon. Perfect.
Perfect. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You're welcome. So now I'm fighting this wind dragon. Oh gosh, he's using a tornado on me. And you know what? He actually triggered my sacrifice ring, which is kind of scary. It's not that scary. It is a time waster though. Oopsies. I did not mean to do that. Oh, this is... Okay, so hold on. Listening. Okay. You can actually use audio to tell where he's going to pop up in this. I need to be very careful now if he does the tornado, which he did. Oh, he died. Okay, that was a lot of things I was saying. But my safety ring is now gone. So if I take a hit, well, if I take too much damage and die, then we have to load a save. But luckily we do have backup saves in the event that that were to happen. More preferably in the final fight with the peanut baby. Oh, spoilers. Oh, in the final fight, you can instead intentionally take all of your health's worth of damage just to refill your mana bar. But I'm not going to have any troubles with mana because I pick up some kind of safety mana items. So it'll be fine. And now, since we've gotten the win key, we are on to the snow area next, which has the probably the worst skip in the game to do. There was, however, a more consistent strategy figured out for consistency and also for speed. It's just faster to do overall. So it's become less of a pain point, but it used to be you would get this far in the run and it would take maybe 30 seconds to set up. And then if you missed it, you would have to retake that setup every time you missed it. And let me open this door with a win key. And we're gonna go grab the final key that we need, which is the earth key. Right here, I'm gonna do what's called the furry skip. We skip talking to this anthropomorphic wolf man. Okay, I did it, even though it just looked like I walked. But we'll see him on the way out. And if you don't, it wastes about, I don't know, 30 seconds talking to him. We're gonna use this griffin. I love this griffin, man. Oh, he's so nice. And he's gonna help us out. All right, okay, I'm gonna focus here. This requires particular positioning, timing, and movement. Okay, good. I got clipped out. Now we're out of bounds. And that used to take, 30 to 45 seconds just to set up for a chance. And it can be very, very annoying to pull off. There is a slightly better way of doing this skip that is faster. You actually go underneath all of this geometry I'm running around. But I didn't have, well, I did have enough time. I was just kind of obstinate in wanting to stick to what I knew best for this event, at least. And then, hello. Okay, earth key. Earth key get.
Will that out of bounds in this run require, like, getting pushed by enemies?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, that's something that's very, not protected against in early 3D games. So, it's a pretty surefire way to have that happen. So there was the Wolfman, and now we're out of this snow area. And that was a really fast key that we just got. And with the wind key and the earth key we just got, we now have all of the keys. And so we're gonna return to the magic laboratory. Right through here, and we're gonna use all the keys to open the way to the final area. Kind of a funny thing, if you try to interact with these pedestals that I'm about to interact with, without the keys, they actually teleport you to kind of some random rooms in this area, and you have to fight your way out, and it's a little annoying. But now that we have the keys, we don't have to worry about that happening. Whoops. Likewise, oh wait, what color was it? It's water, okay. Likewise, in this area, as you can see, we were here earlier, right before we fought the cockatrice, and this is where the entrance to the final area is. However, I think it is pretty well guarded against any sort of skips or early attempts to get there. So unfortunately, we can't just get to this midway point and basically kiln skip to the end of the game. Oops, I was too far away. Okay. And you have to wait for all these... With every pedestal you place a key in, it lifts one of these blocks. This gives us a little staircase to get down here. And now we enter the final Diego hovel, whatever this place is. Magical ring crafting realm. And he's going to tell us some stuff that we're going to skip through. I don't remember what he says. It's been 5 years. But essentially, we're about to go into the Eternal Ring, which it's still kind of vague exactly what the Eternal Ring is, whether it's the... There's several rings on the way there. Lots of ring imagery, really. And either the entire place is the Eternal Ring, or the smallest, most physical imprisoning shackles on the child is the Eternal Ring. It's ambiguous. Here we're gonna meet Peanut Baby and Lila having a discussion.
No matter how many times I listen, it's no use. I can't understand.
My god, that really does look like a peanut.
Let's talk about
And they definitely just had somebody bring their kid to work and do this voiceover, for sure.
Let's talk about other stuff, like the babies of seabirds.
No.
No!
Today you must listen until you understand. Here, listen. That baby bird will be gone if it dies because you heard it, right? Won't you be sad?
The flute player in this is just kind of...
There are
He's having
many
some
seabirds
problems.
that can be used as replacements for that baby bird.
They're not the same.
So Lila's trying to teach the baby about empathy
Different ones.
and feelings, and
I understand
maybe the
what
baby
you're
will learn
trying to say,
ironically
Lila,
at the end here.
But so what? You don't need feelings. It just makes you and other people unstable.
Peanut Baby's got a point.
Huh? It looks like someone's here.
I've seen these cutscenes so many times, and they still make me laugh,
wonder
just
if it's
every
him.
time. Eh?
Listen, I'm gonna go look, but don't try to get out. I can tell because you're shaking.
Will you talk about the baby birds? If
See,
I
is the
stay
Eternal Ring the
still-
orb? Is it the rings circling the orb? Is it this arena that is a big ring shape?
Okay. Just sit still, okay?
Hurry back, okay, Lila? It's boring here.
Okay,
There's nothing to
we're
do.
done with the cutscene. Now it's our task to find Lila, find the baby, and then question marks? I don't know. I don't honestly know what we were intending on doing, but other than finding Lila, where am I going? Careful. Okay. So this is a big area with a bunch of like ramps and slow paths down till you eventually reach a door, but fall damage is pretty reasonable in this game, so we just drop off and head towards the exits and skip a lot of it. There are enemies here. One may hit me as I interact with this door, but it's not a big deal. They'll just make our screen purple, and who cares about that? Oh, he made it purple. What's a shame. So you will not have seen it up to this point since we're speed running. However, hold on, let me make sure we're going right side. Yep, 1, 2, 3 grooves. Got it. Oh, thought I died. But again, we skipped a boss fight against Daryl, Captain Daryl, the evil man who slapped our boy in the beginning and said, "The Eternal Ring is mine." Well, it turns out when the baby said, "Someone's here," they weren't talking about us. And unfortunately, as we arrive on the scene, Lila has fallen. Not yet. She has to teach the child. And as we enter this penultimate arena, we see Captain Daryl transforming. Captain Daryl will one-shot me, so I should be careful here. And I need to be careful that I am... Okay, I'm gonna start circling him now. As long as I circle, he won't hit me. However, I do need to keep restoring my mana. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna need to equip now magic crystals. And use one to restore mana. As long as you keep this circular pattern up, you're good. It's kind of scary if you don't draw him out because it's very easy to fall off the cliff. And again, just one shot and then load from the last save. Hopefully he'll die here. That would be nice. No? Okay. All right. He's almost dead. There he goes. Okay. Now all that remains is Peanut Baby. At this point in the game, pretty much anything will one-shot me, except for the little ads that this boss is going to summon. They'll hit me a little bit. But I need to play it very safe, because if Baby hits me with lightning,
I saw you.
it's game over.
What did you do to Lila? She was talking to you. Then she stopped moving.
Uh-oh, I thought you didn't care about things dying,
Why?
Peanut Baby.
What happened to Lila? Let me out.
Child is so angry. Okay, I need Baby to cast this ball lightning spell. There is a strange bug. I think it's only on the PS5 version. I'm not 100% sure. But now that he has done that, he will not do a different spell that is extremely dangerous and will one-shot me and random. So now we spin. We try. I'm gonna heal. I'm scared. I'm gonna heal again. Okay, all right. The Baby is actually weak to melee, so the more melee hits we can get in, the better. Ooh. Okay. So at this point, the Baby doesn't actually do anything. It's just his little ads, his little balls he's got there. Oh my, oh my. I'm gonna top off again. I gotta play it safe. Oh, And you can eventually kill the orbs. I'm gonna heal again, because I do have one safety heal that. Oh wait, no, because we loaded. I don't. There we go, he's dead. Time! Sorry, I didn't mention time coming up. Peanut Baby is defeated. Now, we don't have to watch all of it, but I do at least suggest that we watch the first half of the cutscenes on the end, because it is kind of your prize for finishing Eternal Ring in a very strange way. Plus, we beat our estimate, so.
The eternal cage will soon fall. Here, you may return to where time exists.
Okay, so the Island of No Return has no... Time does not exist or something. Or maybe the Eternal Ring. Diego is providing us a little lift to go back. That's Diego's voice, by the way. My PB is, I think, an hour 4:04 or something like that. But we got some not great RNG on the gem drops and some other things in there. But I'm happy with the run. Went smoothly enough.
I was absolutely mesmerized by that entire run.
Thank you. I'm glad you liked it. I love introducing people to Eternal Ring and this baby.
I kinda wish I wasn't introduced to the baby, but you know.
Oh, you'll change your mind real quick. I bet.
Will
No,
I?
you probably won't. It'll probably just go delve deeper into regret.
This has never happened to me before.
Ah, yes, a floating bowl mobile.
Lila, I know I can ask Lila. Lila,
Kinda looks like one of those mozzarella lumps.
Ooh, tasty. Now I'm hungry. Well, actually, I already was hungry. Now I'm gonna have some mozzarella sticks for dinner or something.
Lila.
Baby's got to go find Lila. I think he says Lila 15 times in this cutscene.
Lila.
And just keep in mind, this is not,
Lila.
but it is not a prequel to Elden Ring. So
Lila, you're not moving.
we
Suddenly
surmise that
everything
maybe,
makes so much sense.
yeah, so much sense. Is the baby Marika and Radagon and
Lila. Come on, Lila. How long have you been lying there?
I'm trying to convince my merch company to make a body pillow of Lila like that.
Will you tell me about the baby birds? Oh, I get it.
Can you put the baby on it? Oh, no, never mind. Sorry.
See them together.
Maybe a little baby throw pillow. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad at me? Lila? Come on, Lila. Lila? Hey, Lila, please get up. Lila, please talk to me. Please, Lila.
Baby,
this
please.
feeling.
Does the
And in
baby
this-
have a name?
I forget actually. Okay, wait.
I
This is
get
very
it.
important.
This is...
This is the moment. This is the moment the child grows up and learns about death and empathy and okay, that's pretty much it. It's just the such a bizarre cutscene. I don't. Oh no, I'm sorry. The baby's name is Soulless, according to the blue dragon that we talk with.
King Ian,
Oh.
who had heard
Mhm,
rumors of the
mhm.
unusual changes on the island of no return, asked Cain what he had seen or heard.
There's
Cain,
not much cutscene left, so
unfortunately, could
we can
only
watch the
report
rest,
that
but
the research team,
it's only like
including its
another
leader, Darrell,
minute or
had
so.
been annihilated.
I know we're
Yeah,
a little
that's
behind.
okay.
The death of Darrell, who was also the leader of the Knights, stirred up controversy throughout the kingdom. It was the opinion of many that the elders should take responsibility for his death. And through this wave of popular sentiment, the people who were loyal to King Ian were able to regain
Good
a
for them.
great measure of strength. Eventually, Hungarian rule was returned to the king. Once things had settled down, Cain Morgan departed for an unknown destination. But a few years later, he returned to Hungaria.
A man of
accompanied by a
unknown
man of
identity.
unknown
Who could that
identity.
be? Wait a
King
minute.
Ian welcomed Cain's return, honoring him with a new position as head of his retinue. And as Cain requested, the king treated the
That
man of
man's
unknown
head
identity
is
as one of
strangely
his
peanut-shaped.
vassals. Cain and the man remained loyal to King Ian, and the ruler's name is now recorded in history as that of a skillful and compassionate leader. The man who had arrived in Hungaria with Cain left following the death of King Ian, but it is said that time itself, not even the passing of
Yes,
decades,
and
could
then
change
they
his
became
appearance.
Marika. Prequel to Elden Ring. That was Eternal Ring. Thank you guys for watching. Shout outs to all the people on the Eternal Ring Discord. Gungy Womp. Virgil is over there. Had been there since pretty much the beginning. Crafting the Run. Thanks FromSoft for making this so that Elden Ring could happen eventually. No, but honestly, I really enjoy this game. If you are interested in delving into these earlier FromSoft titles, Kingsfields are all really great. There's 4 of them, and Eternal Ring is really good too. Yeah, that's about all I got.
Yeah,
Thanks for
thank you
joining
so
me here,
much.
KK. Yeah,
That was a really good run. I enjoyed that.
I'm glad you
Um,
enjoyed it.
So before we go back into an intermission, everyone, so you may have noticed that we hit nearly 3.7k. And one thing that we're doing this year that's a little bit different is that we're actually running some milestone videos. So we have 4 top secret videos that will be played once we hit the milestones 1k, 2k, 3k, and 4k, raised for Save the Children. So we obviously have hit 3k. And these videos are to celebrate the culmination of a year speedrunning that is Souls Charity Marathon. So we'll play that coming up soon. Thank you guys so much.